What's up guys, it's me Zero to my Kitsune, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I want to show you off this game. It's called ViotoXica, or at least I think that's how it's pronounced. But while I wanted to do, just a short little gameplay thing, because I am actually doing a review for this on another channel, so I didn't want to do, the same thing on this channel, or at least this early. Maybe, a few months go by and I'll do it again. Or maybe I'll do a small review. Leave in the comment section your thoughts if you want me to cover this one more in depth. But I wanted to just play around, 10 minutes of this game and talk to you guys about the stuff in it. But the game is pretty buggy, so I couldn't get the audio to work. So instead, I'm actually talking over gameplay I've already done. I don't normally do this. So this is completely new to me, so I don't know, maybe if it goes well then I'll keep doing videos like these. Theoretically they should be easier to make. But anyways, okay. So as far as this game goes, you've already seen a little bit of the gameplay. There's, jumping, shooting. You have two different types of attacking, melee and ranged. This is the equipment section. You can buy equipment from shops and it doesn't really do much except change stats, so nothing surprising there. That was a charge attack. You can charge up your energy and consume it to release a big blast. There's a lot of exploration in the game, so you can get those little upgrades right there. They all increase your stats and stuff. And yeah, that is a good point. The game is actually really big. I was expecting, a small 1-hour adventure, but the map is huge and it'll take a while to get through everything. It is also a Metroidvania title, so sometimes you reach places that you can't actually access with your current amounts of abilities, but later on you'll end up backtracking to them with new abilities like double jumping and stuff, and being able to get those to those areas. There is a leveling system, so you have different things like technical, tactical, strength, shooter, different types and different ways you want to level up your character. So here I am just, going through the different types, just looking at them. They all determine, because you have stats like your health, your defense, the damage you deal with shooting, the damage you deal with melee, the amount of damage you deal with charge attacks, and even a critical hit rate. All these things are factored in when you level up, and you don't have to be restricted to a single sort of branch of leveling. You can mix it up. I know later into this playthrough I ended up leveling up technical a lot because I just wanted more of the skills. And yes, there are skills in this game. At some point I'll open up the skills menu. See, that's me acquiring my first ability though. So now I have a double jump. This will allow me to access other areas. Now, I'm not saying this game is the greatest thing I've ever played. It was okay, but it was, again, a lot better than I expected. This is actually a game from DL Site, a site that sells adult Japanese games. I don't know, I don't know if they sell all ages games. I have to look that up. I never really paid attention to it. But yeah, you can find games in native Japanese, and that's what they mostly sell, but you can also find English translated games. Translated by the companies, and this is one of them. So you can see there's some platforming in it, and it's not difficult. It's average platforming. And see, it always leads you to these unique upgrades, not unique, these stat boosts. And an interesting thing is, I don't think I realized it right here, but falling does not kill you. There is no fall damage in the game, and you can fall through stages and drop into other stages, and it'll teleport you to the right spot. So it's not like you fall and you get teleported to the beginning of the stage. So that's all nice. You can also, oh yeah, you can also upgrade the equipment you have with little crystal nodes and stuff to give yourself stat boost. Here I am looking at the skill tree. So see, you have vitality, mobility, attack. I thought there was one more. No, I guess it's just vitality, mobility, and strength. But all of them do different things. Well, attack. Attack is all your various attacking methods, increasing your crit rate, your damage, blah blah blah. Vitality increases your defense, though if you play the game on any sort of regular difficulty, it's kind of irrelevant. And mobility, no, there is a fourth one. Mobility and, my person's not gonna look at it, but the mobility one, you gain movement speed, and there's a technical one. I don't know the name of it. I passed over it, but that'll increase things like your item rate, your experience gain, and all that kind of stuff. The game actually allows you to max out all the skill trees. There's no level cap, or if there is, I didn't reach it and I was able to get all the skills. But again, that's because I leveled up technical a lot. And I started out leveling up strength, but then I went to technical to get the skills, and then I doubled back into a mixture of strength and shoot. So I kinda had, you know, the jack of all trades thing going for me. And since I was on normal difficulty, I didn't really feel too punished for doing that. All the enemies still kinda went down, not quickly, but they went down at an okay rate. I was able to cut them up with my melee or use my gun and get good results regardless. I assume on higher difficulties, you'll have to pick one to be able to do any real damage to enemies, and the other one will just fall by the wayside. But like I said, I played this game on normal difficulty just to get the baseline. Because you know, your game shouldn't be designed to have to play on the harder difficulties to get the real experience. So right there you can see that there are a lot of different angles. You can do high attacks, you can do normal attacks, jump attacks, all blah blah blah, to cover all the different angles. I think they're crouching attacks. And they all do like kinda combos, kinda like 3-hit combos. Yeah, there are crouching shots. Now you see that that stuff they're spraying out is not what you think. It's actually just plain old mucus. You know, nothing exciting, I guess, if you'd call that exciting. But yeah, what the mucus does is it deals a damage over time effect to you, and it also slows you down. And while the damage over time was meh, there were times where the damage over time actually was dangerous. So you know, harder difficulties harder enemies deal more damage. But most of the time I could ignore the damage over time effect. What you can't ignore though is the slow. There were a bunch of times where the slow itself caused me to misjudge a jump and end up landing on spikes. And while normally spikes do not kill you, they just deal a large amount of damage, there are these special types of spikes that they have poison on, well not poison, they have blood on them, and that signifies they are deadly spikes and they will kill you in one hit. I really like that because you get both the difficulties of having a spike pit. The ones that are fair and you know you can hit them by accident and you won't game over. And then you have the ones that are designed to be difficult and one touch and you're gone. And you can see one thing I noticed the further into the game I went, there's this kind of a sense of a bullet hell where you're jumping through a bunch of projectiles thrown by enemies, and then fighting them. So see, you can see this kind of, again, the platforming isn't difficult. I'd say that yeah, the bullet hell is where you're gonna be eating the most damage, and there I'm a dummy. And yeah, enemies do reset as you go through doors, and that does allow you to kinda grind them. Well, not even kinda, yeah, it does allow you to grind them. And I think I ended my playthrough of this at like level 50. But okay, we're reaching the end of this. I don't think there are any H scenes in this in the first 10 minutes of the game I played. But yeah, the H scenes aren't really H scenes. I mean, yeah, they're H scenes, but they're more Vore scenes than anything else. Your character gets eaten, and Vore, first of all, let me say this. Vore isn't really my thing, so I'm not the best judge of the quality of something like that. that right there is something I want to point out. There are a lot of times the game kind of tries to trick you, like that. Oh yeah, and it landed me in a boss area. But yeah, the Vore scenes. First of all, you maintain your clothes through 90% of it. It's only at the very end does anything, you know, H happen to your character. So I'd argue that it's actually pretty safe to play. There's also even an option to turn off the H. So yeah, it's a game that can be safe for work even though it isn't. And once you turn off the H, you have that. But you know, that's pretty innocuous and innocent to the unfamiliar eye. No one's gonna think, oh, someone gets off to that. But yeah, every character has a full H cinematic, a full H scene alongside their in-game, and you can see that bullet hell stuff. I don't know, maybe I do get eaten in this. No, I think I kill it. Yep. Sorry guys, can't show y'all anything. But yeah, so just wanted to do a quick little talk down on this interesting game. Like I said, it's not the best in the world, but it's another sign. I don't know why I said shit. It's another sign that DL Site has some quality products. And you saw right there, that was an area I couldn't reach because I didn't have the roll ability yet. Huh, I think that was the roll ability. That was the roll ability. But yeah, so maybe check it out if you want like a cheap platformer that's kind of fun, or maybe you like Vore. I'm not one to judge. Either way, it works. And yeah, I think that's the basic stuff. Like I said, maybe I'll do a review at a later date. Just, you know, leave in the comment section. One day I might throw it up on the review poll. It might come sooner than later if it ends up winning, because I need something to go in between my, what's it called, playthrough? My Senran Kagura that I'm working on right now. Script's done and everything. And Evanikkel. I cannot get the name right of that title. But yeah, that one comes out in I think late October, December, November. But yeah, I need something to play between that, so maybe a game I've already played so I can just work on the review would be nice. Either way, this game's pretty fun. I kinda recommend it. If you don't like Vore, I don't recommend it. But if you can tolerate it, then yeah, I'd recommend it. Kinda. I don't know. Either way, with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.